everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. So as promised, in today's video I am going to be adding a border to this scarf. If you did not see the video for the scarf, check out last week's video. That's where the tutorial for this scarf is, okay? And yeah, I'm going to be using this cool yarn. So obviously you need some yarn, you need a pair of scissors, you need a darning, weaving, tapestry needle, and you need a crochet hook. I'm going to use 6mm J US crochet hook because of my tension, but you can use whatever size crochet hook the yarn prescribes. That's completely up to you guys, okay? And I did leave a link to this yarn in last week's video. I will also include it in this week's video. I'm excited because after I show you how to crochet a border, you can start adding borders to, many different projects, whether it's a dishcloth, a scarf, a blanket, a throw, what have you, okay? And yes, I know Valentine's Day is coming up, so I am going to post an extra video tomorrow, okay? Something that is kind of Valentine Day themed. So yeah, you guys get an extra video. Not technically this week because this is the end of this week, but next week. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I'm just gonna choose any corner, okay? I'll start with this one, okay? I'll set my crochet hook like that, and I'll grab my yarn that I'm going to be working with, and I am going to pull it through, and then I'm going to immediately chain one, okay? And that'll secure the yarn to the work. All right, I could crochet over this tail so that I don't have to weave it in later, and that's what I'm going to do, okay? But this round will become composed of single crochets basically, okay? So I'm gonna chain one again, okay? And in that same place where I went in initially, that's where I'm going to put a single crochet. So I went in, I yarned over, I pulled to the front, and it gave me 2 loops, 1, 2. I'm going to yarn over and go through 2, 1, 2. Corners, you want to put 3, especially when it's single crochets, but I guess it really doesn't matter what stitch type. But to get around the corner, you usually want to put 3 stitches, okay? Right now this corner only has 1, but we can add the other 2 single crochets when we come back, so we'll leave that there for now. Alright, so now you're looking at this row, right, and you're like, these aren't the tops of the stitches, okay? So what we're going to do instead is we're crocheting basically into the bottom of the stitches. You'll find these little loops there that correspond to the stitches above. That's where we're going to enter, okay? So just find the next one and put 1 single crochet in there. So here's the next loop like that. Yarn over, because we're making single crochet. Pull through to the front for 2 loops. 1, 2. Yarn over, go through 2. 1, 2. Find the next one. It's just there. And make your single crochet. 1, 2. Here's the next loop. So find the stitch, go down and find that loop, and then make your single crochet. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this. There should be 1 single crochet for every stitch. Okay, so you'll find across, so you'll find the loops and just make your single crochets. Okay, now when you're reaching, when you're inserting your crochet hook, you may find 2 loops. You can go through 2 if you want as well. Just whatever you choose, be consistent, okay? So now that we're approaching another corner, which is here, this is where we're going to make sure that we put 3 single crochet. Okay, so that's 1. Now go back in there and put another one for 2, and go back in there and put another one for 3. So we put 3 single crochet in there, and you see how it curves us around. That's what we want. Now on the side, okay, so we're kind of working on the side of the scarf. Just go in and put a single crochet. Okay. Normally, if you guys were a little bit more advanced, I would tell you to crochet into the stitches because it kind of gives a slightly neater look. But you guys are beginners, so we'll get there. Instead, just find a little gap, so you'll find the edge, and then just below the edge you'll find a gap, and that's where you go in and put your single crochets. Okay, here you know that you have the 4 consecutive rows of single crochet, right? So we know that, and we want to put 1 single crochet for each of those rows. So we know that from here to there we should have a total of 4 single crochets spaced out. So I'm just going to go in, so I find the row, go to the end, find the gap. So here's the edge, I find the gap just below it, go in and put a single crochet. Here's the next row, I go to the end, find the gap, and put a single crochet there. Here's the next row, I go to the edge, find the gap, put a single crochet there. And then here's that final row single crochet, I go to the edge, find the gap, okay, just below the edge, and put a single crochet there. And now I have spread those 4 single crochets over those 4 rows, okay? Now we're approaching the row of double crochet. Remember we made the double crochet rows, so we're going to put 2 single crochets at the edge of that row. So 1 and then another one. Why did we do 2 instead of 1? We did 2 single crochets instead of 1 because the double crochet is a tall stitch, right? So it needs more stitches to kind of get across. If we only put 1 and then we went there, it would buckle, okay? And that's what we don't want. And now we're back to those 4 consecutive rows of single crochet. So find the row, go to the edge, and put your single crochet. Find the row, go to the edge, put your single crochet. And you don't have to be super precise, just do your best. Find the next row, single crochet, go to the edge, and put your single crochet. And then find the next row, single crochet, go to the edge, put your 4th and final single crochet there for that, okay? And now we're to the double crochet row, but remember this is that weird row. It looks weird. It's a chain stitch connected to double crochet. We don't want to go way down there and put the single crochet. I think it's better to just kind of go in the center somewhere. And once again, you don't have to be super precise. Just go in there where you can get in closer to the edge and put 2 single crochet. Remember, it's 2 single crochet because the double crochet is a taller stitch and we need more single crochet to cover the distance, okay? So continue crocheting 1 single crochet at the end of every row, single crochet, and 2 single crochet at the edge of the rows where you did the double crochet, okay? And I'll meet you at the other corner, the next corner, so that I can make sure you know to get those 3 single crochet in there so you can curve around, okay? I'll see you there. Alright, so as you can see, we're nearing the next corner. We have this last row, well, second to last row of double crochet, so we know we put 2 single crochet there, 1 back in there for 2. And now we're in this corner, but you'll notice that when looking at these stitches, they actually have tops. So you're going to love when you see those because you know exactly where to enter. So this stitch on the end, that first top, we're going to slice the icing off the top of the cake and we're going to put 3 single crochet in there. 1, back in there for 2, back in there for 3. Why 3? Remember 3 allows you to curve around the corner. And now we just put 1 single crochet in each of those stitches, slicing the icing off the top of the cake. Okay? Slice the icing off the top of the cake. Slice the icing off the top of the cake. Slice the icing off the top of the cake. Icing. Make sure you're not skipping any. I must have weaved in my tail there because these stitches are a little bunched. They must have been pulled when I was pulling the tail through. Okay, so here's the final stitch there on the corner. So we're gonna put 3 single crochet in there. So 1, back in there for 2, back in there for 3. So 3 single crochet in that one corner. That gives us the ability to round the corner. And now we're back to that row of double crochet, but remember it looks weird because you have the chain 1 and the double crochet. So remember to kind of go in between there. Just find a little gap. Okay, and put your 2 single crochet in there. And now it's back to business as normal. Here are our 4 consecutive rows of single crochet. So we just put 1 single crochet at the edge of each of those rows. 2. Here's the 3rd one. Follow it to the edge. 3. Here's the 4th one. Follow it to the edge. and you can put your 4. Okay, and now back to the double crochet row, so 2 single crochet go in there. Okay, alright, so continue in this way, you guys, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Have fun. Isn't it looking great? I love it. Alright, so as you can see, I've made it back around, and remember, this is the first corner. This is where I started, evidenced by the tail that I did not crochet over. I meant to, but I didn't. I want to focus on showing you guys where to enter, and I didn't want to complicate it by crocheting over the tail. But anyway, in there, I only put 1 single crochet. So remember, I told you that these corners get 3 single crochets. So before we get there, we're almost there actually. There's one more row of single crochet that I'm going to put right there on the end, like that. Okay, and now we're at that stitch, at that corner. So we're going to put 2 single crochet in that corner. 1, and then 1 more, 2, and now I've rounded it, and that's 3. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet, like that. Okay, if that was too fast, let me do it again. Here's where I started. Slice the icing off the top of the cake, yarn over, pull through to the front, and pull all the way through. Alright, so now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to chain 1. Right in there where I slip stitched, I'm going to put a single crochet. So I'm going to go back in there and put a single crochet. Now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go back in there and put another single crochet like that. And that's going to create that little loop. Okay? And we're going to do this for every single stitch around. So here's the next single crochet. Alright, so put a single crochet in there. And now we chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and go back in there, that same place, and put another single crochet. You see how it creates that. Okay, let's do it again. Here's the next one. So going from 1 single crochet to the next single crochet, we don't chain, we just put the single crochet in there. And when I said going from 1 single crochet to the next one, I just realized that could be confusing. What I mean is going from this single crochet to the next single crochet there, we don't chain. However, going from 1 single crochet in the same single crochet, so this 1 single crochet in that single crochet, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go back into that same single crochet and put a single crochet. Okay, so basically each of these single crochet will have a single crochet, a chain 3, followed by another single crochet in that 1 single crochet. Okay, so we chain 3 in between the 2 single crochet that are in that 1 single crochet. Now since we're switching to the next single crochet, we don't chain, we just put the single crochet because we're starting the pattern over. Okay, now we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we go back in there to put a single crochet. Okay, so we have the single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Now we're moving on to the next single crochet, so we don't chain. We get over there first, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, back in there for single crochet. Since we're moving to the next single crochet, we don't chain, we just go over and put a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, back in there for a single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, back in there for the single crochet. You guys keep saying I want to yarn over so bad. It's just habit because I'm used to making double crochets, but that's why you guys keep seeing me do that. But yeah, I'm resisting. All right, next stitch, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, back in there for single crochet. Okay, and this is the type of pattern that it's giving from the edge. Okay, so we're gonna do this, as I said, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do it as well, in every single crochet, and I'll meet you once we get back around and I'll show you how to finish this. But as you can see, it's gonna make a nice little border. By the way, for the beginners, the beginners who are intimidated by this, you could end right there where we slip stitched into the first single crochet where we slip stitched there. You could slip stitch and then chain 1, cut your yarn, and then be done. You know, weave in the extra yarn with the darning weaving tapestry needle. Okay. But if you're feeling a little adventurous and, you know, you really want to give your scarf some flair with this fancier border, then yeah, do this. Okay. Alright guys, I'll see you shortly. Alright, so I have one more single crochet there to crochet the pattern into. So start with a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, back in there for the single crochet. And now I'm just going to slip stitch to that very first single crochet there, okay, where I started. I will chain 1 and cut my yarn and fasten off. Alright, now I'm going to take my darning weaving tapestry needle. I'll feed the yarn through the eye of the needle, like that, and I'm just going to weave it through some stitches in one direction, like that. By the way, this did take a little while to get around because my scarf is kind of long, so just be patient with it. Don't expect to finish this border super quick. If you only do the first round where you're working with the single crochets, that's definitely a little bit quicker. But with each of these, the second round where you're doing single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and every single crochet around, that's going to take a little while. So just know that going into it and prepare yourself and be patient because, as you're going to see, it's well worth the wait. Alright, I'm going to weave in these other tails and then I will wrap up this video. Alright guys, so as you can see, this border is definitely giving this scarf some beautiful flair. And I really like the yarn that I use because obviously it was variegated, but more importantly, it complemented the yarn, which happened to be different, but it still happened to complement the yarn that I use for the main part of the scarf. But yeah, I just think this is like just so beautiful. All the little ruffles, if you will, and just how it changes and the different combinations between, you know, the main scarf, the colors of the main scarf, and then the border, which is changing. I mean, there's even different combinations between the first row where we did the single crochet border and or I should say round because we went in a round. The first round of the single crochet and then the second round where we did the ruffles. You know, it's just so beautiful. And then here you get like the turquoise with the purple and this like sort of pinkish purple with like purple there, but even the purple has like colors in it. Yeah, it's just a really beautiful scarf. So yes, beginners, this is for you. Yeah, look at that. Ah, so beautiful, guys. Really, really? Tell me you don't want to make something like this. I think you do. I think you do. Alright, guys. So that's going to be it for this video. As I said, I'm going to try to make another video and post it tomorrow. And just in time for Valentine's Day. It won't be really involved because obviously you don't have much time to make it. Valentine's Day is what, Wednesday? So, but yeah, look forward to that video tomorrow, but definitely enjoy this one, okay? Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Happy crocheting!